Hey Jennifer, I just got done watching your second video. You did a really great job despite the distractions. A way to reframe is that even with all of the background noise, you really did a great job remaining attentive and focused on the conversation with your client. That's what I saw there, is that you didn't seem to lose your train of thought or miss a beat, even though there was all the distractions in the background. And even, having to stop the tape, which, yeah, that was probably a good time to stop it, but coming back to it later on, again, it seemed like you were very comfortable and you guys just went right back into the flow of the conversation. So good for you on your part for doing that and keeping focus, because distractions happen. I mean, even in, this with your clients, they have cell phones. Things happen in the room, things happen in an office building. So there are naturally distractions that occur. So you did great maintaining focus. Overall, I thought your nonverbals were great. Good distance between the two of you, good eye contact, body language. Your tone was good. You weren't speaking too quickly. I saw lots of, in terms of skills, those micro skills, lots of empathy, positive regard, using positive affirmations, acknowledging that she had been, brave in the past and insightful in the past about her experiences with her mom. I like that you asked her to do a couple of things. One, to describe what a healthy dialogue would look like, because that could be a lot of different things depending on the person. And so I think that was helpful for you to gain some perspective about what her expectations were, and what type of communication she was wanting. Again, communication can mean all kinds of different things in this day and age. So I thought that was good to clarify that. There was another point where you asked her to, you kind of interrupted, which was great, which was perfectly fine. It was appropriate, and said, wait, can you back it up for a second? I just want to make sure I have some clarity on an issue. I thought that was good for you to do. It really came full circle, I will say, at the point that she started talking about contacting her mom. And it became very situational. And situational, I mean by the situation, how her mom would handle everything and things that we can't change in the counseling relationship, right? So the focus would be on the client and the client's reaction to whatever might happen, which we can't predict the future. So, you can throw out those different scenarios. I like when you did the worst case scenario, best case scenario with your client. That was great. But then it started to get a little bit deeper into things that we couldn't change about mom, right? And I saw you kind of getting pulled into that a little bit. There was a point where you were talking about the phone call, and you said to her, what approach would your mom prefer, or what approach would be better to give because of your mom's reaction? And, again, that would be one, just make sure, even when the situation kind of gets us sucked in, because interesting situations do that with clients, make sure to maintain the focus on the client. So in that case, like, what would be most comfortable for you as the client? What approach would be more comfortable to you? I really thought you did a great job towards the end there, getting her to see an example that you presented of using I statements, and how the difference between saying you do this, you do that, tends to bring up a defense from whoever the person's speaking to, rather than using I statements. So that was really great. And again, because this is where at the end I thought it came full circle, where allowing her to talk and allowing her to reflect on things, she was able to come to that realization on her own. The beauty of person-centered counseling, that getting to that perfect spot of communication with her mom is a pretty lofty goal, and it's going to take a while to get there, and a lot of that is out of her control, mainly her mom. So I think excellent job kind of getting her pinpointed on a more realistic goal that has to do with her, and her coping mechanisms around whatever might happen in the world outside. I thought you did a great job at the end, kind of using that like a solution-focused strategy, motivational interviewing strategy, of saying, how did she get through her anxiety before? Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. How did she get through her anxiety before? And showing her that she's done it. She's been successful, and keeping it positive, and being able to use that moving forward and developing some of these coping strategies. So I look forward to your third video with her, and encourage you to just keep using these techniques. Try to practice them in front of a mirror, even since you kind of have an idea of where you're going in with this third session, developing those coping skills, or coping mechanisms with her. So you can can kind of practice what you might be saying to her prior to. And again, don't worry about the loud noise thing. It happens. It's just part of doing recordings and it's part of life in general. So I thought you addressed it and handled it really well. And we'll talk soon, okay?